Oh, thank you.
Happy Mother's Day.
AJ's personal colossus, and it was just like, okay, why does AJ?
But where did you find him?
Right? Where
did he come from?
Where did you
find him?
He was. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, it's another edition of AJ's Yard. That's right, brought to you by the MACKDOWN Podcast. This week on the podcast is all about WrestleMania Backlash. We're going to preview the show, dive into who we think is going to win and lose, and see where the WWE goes from there. We're also going to dive into what AEW is not doing, and they're not talking about what we're talking about because we're not talking about them that much today. All that and more, and guess what? Is Roman Reigns out? Is he out? What? We're going to see what's going on. Speaking about, if you're out, go to McDonald's, get me an arcade McBro. I'll take one of those for sure. Fantasy and the Big Four? What? All that and more right here on the MACKDOWN Podcast.
Welcome back, everybody. It's another episode of the MACKDOWN Podcast, episode number 40.
Ooh.
40.
We're 12 away from that lap, man.
That's
That
true,
1
that
year
1 year.
round.
That 1 year lap.
Damn,
Ooh.
so we got 12 weeks before the end of a fantasy league.
Oh,
here.
we're going to get into that
So
later.
we got 12 weeks.
Oh, boy, we're going to get into fantasy today.
That's a lot of weeks, man.
That is a lot of weeks.
That is a lot of
So,
We've been doing this a long time.
Yeah, man, I
know,
feel
right?
old. My
Are we
back's hurting.
veterans?
Exactly. We're veterans. Nice. The
almost a whole year, though.
the podcast back is like kind of hurting a little bit now. You know, it's like, ooh,
Yeah,
I feel
that
it.
is true.
It gets up in the morning. And says,
I like having that pain though. You know, it's like we've been through some shit.
It's
you know?
vintage.
We've been around.
It's,
We got scars.
as Michael Cole would say, vintage MACKDOWN Podcast.
I know, right at this point.
At this point, definitely.
true.
All right. Well, bring us in there. Bring us
Well,
in.
yeah, let's go ahead and kick it off with some breaking news.
Bum,
I
ba-da-bum.
guess if it is breaking, I just seen it this morning, like as we were sitting here drinking coffee.
Yeah.
Roman Reigns, man, out here talking shit, saying like, what? He's may not be coming back. I mean, what the fuck does that mean? Does he? For everybody that doesn't know, he cut a promo at in New Jersey. There was a house show.
Oh, it was Jersey?
Yeah.
Please.
It was New Jersey, but it was a house show, and he you can't really understand what he's saying. It's like,
He
that's
was-
what it sounds like.
He was doing them telephone.
Well, it's
Yeah.
probably through a phone.
Well, it is.
Oh,
yeah.
it definitely
Yeah.
is through a phone, but it's like
So-
just the way he's talking in the mic, and it's super echoey. Anyway, he's basically saying, you know, he's moving into another phase of his life and his career, and he doesn't know what the future's going to hold.
Bro,
and he's like, to be honest, I may not even be back here. So thank y'all. He was kind of like, quote unquote, out of character.
Yeah.
Maybe he means like not back to New Jersey because it sucks.
You know what? I
Well,
agree
here's
with you.
the thing. There's a lot of things that could be speculated. This
Well,
is all speculation.
Jersey does suck. I can attest to that. So yeah.
What if it's just a card he's trying to play on Vince? Like,
Oh, it'd
hey,
be great.
You know,
I'm
just
about
to
to
push
fucking
him,
leave.
just to push him,
Or maybe
to do
this
what
is-
he wants.
Well, because like the Shinsuke is what we're seeing, like that's going to be like the next.
Well, you see what he
program
did.
after Drew.
You see what he did to Shinsuke. He said no.
Shinsuke lost to fucking Sammy, didn't he? This past week.
Yeah, he damn sure did.
Hello.
So that just put him even further down the cloud.
yeah,
so
really.
like
He should be at the bottom now, at least in that.
I
picture.
just I don't
he
see
shouldn't
Shinsuke
even
in
be
that spot
in
right
that
now.
division.
picture.
Okay, let him go back and try to win his title back from Ricochet, or go to Boo's hospital bed and sit next
But
to
yeah,
him.
they've
well,
done
when he
nothing.
had the title, the IC title, he fucking wasn't even on TV.
Dude, he didn't defend
He
it for
didn't
like
defend
8
it.
fucking
Yeah,
months.
He
they
was nothing
defended
but
it.
tag team. He was tag team matches the whole way through.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I mean. I don't understand because you even said I think last week that like, oh well, Nakamura's legit. Well, yeah, but they've done nothing to build him in that way.
Right,
Nothing.
They've done nothing storyline wise to build him in that way as an individual competitor. Nothing.
How
like,
about
at
this?
all.
He's just as legit as Jinder winning the title too. That's where his legitimacy sits. No, I'm serious.
Yeah.
I mean,
They
it's
gave
true
him-
though.
they
That's
gave him a
why
big
I'm,
moment,
like groaning.
and- Yeah, they gave him
Because
a
that's
big
what
moment.
they want to put it with Roman. It's like we should not be going, oh,
Right.
for an opponent against Roman. We should be like, oh, okay. 'Cause,
That's
like,
why the Attitude Era was the best because there were so many people that legitimately could
Could.
go for that title.
Yep.
Right. Even people
And
that
so
you didn't
now
even think.
even Roman's like, yeah, I beat everybody. I've done everything. Like now what?
Yeah,
like
there's
you got
nothing-
nothing for me. I
there's
can't just be
literally
the
nothing.
only guy.
And you can only throw Drew in there so many times before
Yeah.
you make. I mean, you can make people, get
I'm
to
telling you,
that.
man, they need to end the fucking brand split. So now we have all these new superstars that'll be fresh.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
But how do you end the brand split and make
They
still
should have done it
relevancy.
already at WrestleMania. They should have just combined all the fucking belts at Mania.
Yep.
They already combined the world titles, so it's like,
Kinda.
fuck it. They should have just had that Mania, a unification Mania.
See, here's the problem. I don't think the WWE knew what to do after this match.
They're like, oh,
That's
but
where their fucking problem is, because they used to be 8, 9, 10 months ahead of schedule. Now they're like, they write fucking every week. They got something stupid on there.
And they want Rock and Roman. I know that's what they want, but
Well, they may not ever get that.
They may not get that now because Rock is sitting there like, this is stale. He's even said it. He's like, this is stale. What's on TV right now? And maybe that is his way of saying, hey, maybe if I come back, it'll liven it up. I mean, if you think a Rock and Roman feud would be...
Here's the problem with what you just said. Nobody should be having to come back to bring the level up of the WWE. They should be creating new stars, and we should already have a line of dudes established that we know
At least
these are next
two.
in line for Roman.
Well,
At
and we
least
do
two.
know Seth and Cody obviously are going to be in that role, obviously. But he's still carrying around 2 belts, is he not?
Yep.
Roman?
Yeah, so they really didn't unify the titles. He just has them both.
Yeah, it's like boxing.
He's
where
like
they just, they're
undisputed. Like, he
undisputed
keeps saying-
Right, but they're
champion.
not like unifying them.
Right,
They're
it's
not
not one-
combining them.
Right, they're not going to make it one
Right.
title.
So like,
which
what's
is super
the point
disappointing.
of that? Like,
unless they're waiting
but for
For
what?
what?
for the Usos to win. The Usos waiting for the Usos to
Then
win
they
their
should have
title.
did that
I think that's
then.
what you said. They didn't, or I think you said
Well, they're
they
still
didn't know
doing
what
it,
to
aren't
do with
they?
it. Because now they're like, oh, you know what? We should do this with the tag team titles too, almost like it was an afterthought.
Right.
That's exactly what it is. They're fucking flying by the seat of their pants right now.
They're winging it.
They-
And
They're
then they're
calling
like,
it
yeah,
in
we're
the
doing
ring.
it. No, we're
Yeah.
not. Yeah, we are.
They're
No, we're
calling.
not.
You know what they're doing? They're calling in the ring, and the match we're watching is
Yeah,
Papa
and-
Shango versus the Ultimate Warrior.
Yeah, I was going to say, and they don't know how to wrestle.
Great promos. Everything was great, and then the bell rang. And you're like, oh God.
Well,
what's
yeah, we'll see
happening?
if it's like Mr. B's hypothesis. If it's just
Ooh.
him going, Vince, hey Vince, I might be leaving, and Vince
Pull
is
Stone-
back there going, oh,
Okay,
what?
what do you want to do now?
You're the
Yeah.
golden goat. You're the golden goose.
I mean, look at how many people did that to Vince. Stone Cold did it, left. Bless you. Stone Cold did it, left.
And if you
CM
think-
Punk did it, left. No, John didn't do it, but there was quite a few people who actually was like at
In the
that
upper
top. It
echelon.
was just like, I'm not doing this shit. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like Goldberg when he came through, and Hunter was kind of shitting on him, but Hunter was kind of saying, hey, bro, you were a big star somewhere else, and you're coming here now. You can't have that ego, and now I have to put you in your place. So I got it with that whole situation.
Yeah.
But overall, like I said, if Roman is done, this is a very pivotal point in WWE, because at this point, like
We'll be
you
in
said,
the new generation all over again.
it would definitely be because Roman leaving is like Hogan leaving. It's the same thing right now. If Roman leaves, it's Hogan leaving. And when Hogan left, look what happened. We had to
It was
depend on
rough, dude, for a while.
Right. And no offense against Brett, but that was a tough time to be champ. It
Well,
was
yeah,
almost
because
like the
they
COVID
had the
era.
Goon.
Oh,
The Goon and Doink the Clown. Those were your challengers at that
Dude.
time.
Well, I don't think if Roman leaves WWE, I don't see him going to AEW. I feel
no,
like
no,
he's
no.
going to
Sit
transition
home.
into something totally different.
Hollywood, man.
That fan just said, fuck you.
Damn, y'all look like somebody was running through the
I
damn
know.
window. I was
I'm
like, I'm about to jump over AJ. Like,
That scared the shit out of me.
wow.
It just
Okay.
came crashing down.
Mike's face was like, somebody's coming in this house. And I was like,
Yeah.
about to jump over this motherfucker.
We've had a break-in.
Oh my
true.
god.
So,
My whole life just like I
Flash-
felt it. I felt it.
I mean, I can understand when you have your back turned and someone looking
Yeah.
past you is like,
And I'm
you're
like,
what
I
the
know, dude. I was like,
I
what's
thought you were
happening?
gonna say something, and then I'm hearing. I'm like,
I think because I saw what was happening, it didn't freak me out as much. But all you're seeing is my face. You're like, what? What is it?
Yeah,
What
dude.
is it?
I was getting increasingly more
I got
nervous.
nervous. Yes.
Sorry, technical difficulties
Okay.
with you.
And yeah, so to sum it up, Roman, if you do leave the WWE, we will definitely miss you. We do ask if you do leave, you come to the MACKDOWN Podcast, of course, and let us know your story. We'll always have you here, and make sure everyone out there likes, subscribes, and follows us at
MACKDOwn Podcast.
All
Yeah, we
right.
got almost 200 followers on our Insta, but YouTube is lacking a little. So
We
Yeah.
got to get on Spotify and all that fun shit.
Spotify is going to be great. And
Spotify, Apple.
you're going to find us everywhere, guys. And when you do, you like, you subscribe, you comment.
And we'll be back on video by then. So.
ooh, that'll be awesome. I'm
Yes.
excited about that.
Definitely. Well, speaking of video, I'm going to transition real quick because I
Yeah.
know that we have some really breaking news outside of
Is
the
it really
Roman
breaking?
Reigns. Well, it's not really breaking. It was an interview recently that I watched with Ember Moon, Athena, and she complained about her woes in the WWE. And I'll give you the short end of the stick here. So apparently, she was in the tag team with Shotzi, right? A couple of points from the interview.
Yeah.
When they moved Shotzi and them up to the main roster,
Shotzi, not Ember.
not Ember. The writers didn't know Shotzi and Ember were a tag team,
I'm. That's not shocking.
and
to
they
me.
they
Like,
put him
that's-
with what's her name, Tegan.
Yeah, Tegan
Yeah.
Knox out of fucking nowhere
Out of
for no
nowhere.
reason, and tried to basically do the same gimmick that they were doing in NXT, just without Ember.
And so
Stupid.
So that's the first point. Another point in the interview that she said after that they were going to give her a big heel turn with the original Ember Moon character with the red hair and stuff, and and she was like, "Hey, I'm with that." She was going to go on a little losing streak, and then
So dumb. Why?
Well,
that just is so dumb.
they wanted that to happen. No, she actually was with it. She wanted the losing streak.
Dude, she was
build the
so
character.
over.
She was.
Yeah, dude.
So they had her lose one match, and then they took her off TV. She said for weeks. Then they came up to her, and finally, when they were going to give her the run and all the stuff, she dyed her hair. She was at TV at 2 a.m. The end of the
2
interview.
a.m.?
Yeah, she was down there getting ready, prepped. She went, and they told her, "We're keeping you off TV indefinitely, and we want you to work in NXT to help train the next and get them and coach and host a class." And she said that at that moment right there, the WWE did something that no other thing in wrestling ever did. It made her hate, like you said, it made her hate this. She was done. She's like, no.
Dude,
this is
Tommy
not
Dreamer
happening.
has stated that so many times where he's like, he himself has felt, he's like, I'm a lifelong wrestling fan. Nothing will ever change that. He goes, however, when I was there for that whole time, you just become zombified.
Yeah.
Like you're just walking around numb as fuck because you're just, okay, well, this is not pro wrestling. This is fucking whatever. This is sports entertainment.
Well,
Right.
It's not
WWE
pro
is like a
wrestling.
dream killer in a way because
Right.
if you think about it, all of us, and even people in their early to mid 20s, like Ember, like all grew up loving and like wanting to be in the WWE, right? Like if you're a pro wrestler, you're like, that's the place I want to fucking
the
be.
pinnacle.
And so then you're like, I'm getting called up. This is fucking happening. And then to be like, oh yeah, by the way, we're gonna have you train. It's like, what?
Wow.
That's
No, I
not
wanna
why
wrestle.
I fucking came here. Like
Right.
obviously, I'm very passionate about the sport. For me as a wrestler, not
But
like
not-
not
Well,
like
she's-
oh in the background as a fucking, you know what I mean, like, oh, let me give everyone my trade secrets,
Right.
but I don't get to fucking.
Which is why, what's her name? Serena
Deeb.
Serena Deeb. Did you see the promo that she had on AEW this week? She's fighting Thunder Rosa for the belt.
Yeah.
Dude,
I
it's
like that
about
match.
time. It's about time, and they're gonna kill each other.
Oh, yeah.
They're gonna try to murder each other.
I hope
in there.
Serena wins. I'm not going to lie, dude. I really like her.
Wow.
I like where her character's going.
I mean, I don't think.
She's super legit.
I just like Thunder Rosa as champ. I think that's fresh. That's a fresh coat of paint. That's a fresh paint of coat.
Yeah.
All over, all over
Yeah, I do
that
love
title.
Thunder Rosa,
I think she's made for the belt. Looks good on her. She's got that energy.
I was gonna say the attitude.
definitely
for
the
sure.
attitude.
Well,
I love her.
I would love to see Athena go there and have the whole
Yes.
program. They need more women, more legit women talent.
And, you know,
Legit, yeah.
and Athena's definitely passionate about the sport.
She
And
is now, yeah, after
Dude,
the
she's a little firecracker too.
She
She's
is.
fucking amazing,
She's
especially
gonna-
for her stature.
Right.
She's fucking awesome.
and she's gonna kill somebody with that stunner one day. But you know,
I
what
don't
mean?
think she's using that finish anymore. I
She
think
isn't?
No, I think she changed. I can't remember what it is, but
Yeah, we have to check that out.
yeah, I'm pretty sure that she's changing that finish up.
Yeah, because you know your tailbone's gonna explode one
Well,
day. You
and
keep
it's only a
doing that.
matter of time before someone
catches that wrong,
catches it wrong or doesn't. You know what I mean?
and then she done broke somebody's neck.
Yeah, or I mean, yeah, who knows?
Yeah, we don't want that. So cool beans. All right, so I just wanted to bring that up over there.
Let's get into why we're here, man. Let's
Yeah,
jump
let's
into
let's
the
preview this.
preview of WrestleMania Backlash.
So it is Mother's Day. First of all, happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there.
All the moms.
And,
Yes.
and happy Mother's Day to the special mom here with us today, Mr. MACD. No, I'm
yeah,
kidding.
yeah.
No, happy Mother's Day to Kimmy, of course.
Thanks.
So, with this Mother's Day preview, also happy birthday in heaven to Owen. It is Owen Hart's birthday today as well.
In heaven.
In his place where he is in the
Wherever
heart,
he is now.
Right. The Owen Hart Foundation.
Owen, I know you follow us at MACKDOWN Podcast.
Oh shit!
No, no kidding.
In the meta.
Exactly. In whatever multiverse you're living in currently.
Well, according to some people, there is a universe where Owen Hart is alive and has added us at MACKDOWN Podcast.
There's infinite universes and infinite realities
Oh
where we have
my
millions of
God.
subscribers elsewhere.
Yeah, thank
We're
God
like
Doctor
super
Strange.
famous and rich.
Goddamn, Doctor Strange came out this weekend.
Exactly.
There you go.
Thank you.
There
Thank
you
you.
go. Yeah, that's how we do it.
Not sponsored, but
Not
good
sponsored.
movies.
Yeah. All right,
Anyway,
so let's
moving on.
preview this.
Yeah, let's get into it.
I can't. All right, so we got a couple of good matches on here. I don't have the match sheet in front of me.
Oh, should we pull it up?
It's right here.
Oh,
Oh,
shit.
is that
okay.
all the matches?
Yeah, I
Cool.
can go. I can run it
Yeah,
down. real quick, and
let's
then we
run
can
it down
talk
real
about
Run
it.
them down.
All right, so
break it down.
So first match is gonna. Well, I don't know if this is gonna be the matches on the card, but we'll go from least relevance to most relevance.
Perfect.
So we got Bobby Lashley versus Omos. So they're gonna do that thing. They're gonna have their match. I think
You know
Omos
what's
is
funny?
going over.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
you go ahead.
No,
Oh,
you're
no,
right.
no, no. Are we going to go ahead and do our preview
Yeah,
of
let's
each
just do
match?
them.
I didn't know if you were going to run down all the matches.
Oh, I
or-
can. Yeah, I can just run down the matches, then we'll just talk about it as a whole.
Okay,
You
go
guys
for
cool
it.
with that?
Sorry, yeah. Go ahead.
All right, so Bobby Lashley and Omos, and then we got Happy Corbin, Madcap Moss. Damn, that rhymes. Poet didn't know it.
Poet didn't know it. Oh,
Um,
Moss with the Madcap Moss.
And then we got Edge versus AJ Styles. Damian Priest is banned from ringside. Then we got Cody and Seth. Then we got the Bloodline versus RK McBro. And then we got the SmackDown Women's Championship, Charlotte versus Ronda in an I Quit match.
He said RK McBro. I'm dying.
Hashtag RK McBro.
Well, let's
might-
go ahead and start with the Omos.
that might have to be my takeaway of the week.
RK McBro.
Mike just saying RK McBro.
Oh, hashtag RK McBro.
Hashtag RK. Yeah,
That's actually fucking hilarious.
that is. I feel
Okay,
like
so,
I feel like I'm
um,
gonna order something at McDonald's. Can I get a McBro, please?
I'll be like, what did you say?
Hold the RK, add bacon.
That is a opportunity they're missing.
That
If we
is.
ever open a restaurant,
RK McBro
RK McBro.
with fries.
Oh, yeah,
Gotta have fries.
definitely.
Speaking of fries,
So, this is the
Red
most
Robin?
interested I've ever been in Omos.
I don't know how to segue out of speaking of fries to
Bobby
Backlash.
Lash, the backlash of fries is watching horrible matches like Bobby Lashley versus Omos.
It's the most interested I've ever been in Omos, his entirety of his,
okay.
Are
his
you
run.
serious?
Yeah.
Wow. Please elaborate on that.
Because him and AJ Styles made no fucking sense.
Zero.
At all.
I liked it though a little bit
No.
with the it gave me the Sean Diesel.
Yeah, but there's no story.
But there was
with
no
Shawn
story,
Diesel,
right,
though.
there was no
It just
story,
all of
yeah.
a
They're
sudden
just like,
they're together.
you're together.
Right.
Plus, it can't just
I like
always be a retake on someone else's.
Well, yeah, WWE does that like every
They're
their
just
whole
throwing it in our
Rinse and
face
repeat.
now.
Rinse and
yeah,
repeat.
rinse and repeat, definitely.
But no, I'm not gonna say I'm excited for the match or I think it's gonna be awesome or anything like that. But
Come on,
it's
Bobby
the
Lashley.
most it's the most I've ever been like, oh yeah, I can watch that. I can
Like
watch
his
that match.
presentation right now is
The presentation's perfect because I think him with MVP, the mouthpiece is perfect. I
Makes
think
way
they're
more sense.
finally doing that correctly
Yeah,
because
right.
him as a tag team with AJ made just
No,
their
it-
styles are
no.
different.
They never gave us a reason how they even
Omos
met, how they got
doesn't have a
together.
style.
Yeah, they just
nothing.
said AJ's personal colossus, and it was just like, okay, why does AJ?
But where
need-
did you find him?
Right? Why
Where did he come from?
Where did you
Where
find
did you
him?
find him?
He was standing at
Were
this.
you playing pool one night? Like what the fuck?
Well, he was standing at this door, letting people in for this Fight Club at one point in his life.
That is true.
He
It
bought him.
sure
He
was.
bought
The
him from
underground.
Shane McMahon.
Well, don't most wrestlers start out as some kind of bouncer
Yeah,
Really?
Batista. Look
football
at
player?
Batista.
or a football player? Yeah.
Batista started off as a deacon.
Oh,
deacon?
well,
Yeah, he was the deacon. The
Dinkin.
Duncan. The Duncan Barry.
the Deacon
The
Batista.
Deacon Batista.
Yeah, he came out with
Devon.
And
Holding
he
the
had
box.
he had a chain around his neck, holding it like a
collection.
like the collections box.
Hilarious. I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Actually.
that was how they first started, and then he became the animal, and then
Crazy.
Yeah.
We'd shit all over that today. Be like, this motherfucking giant dude's coming out with a box.
around his neck collecting money.
It's in a box.
He's like, put it, and that was his whole gimmick at that point. He was just put the money in the box. He just look at you serious, put the
Just
money in
looks
the box.
scary as fuck.
Yeah, he
He
was
had like
scary.
the eyes. Anyway,
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't think Omos is doing much better at his in-ring wrestling talents and stuff. He just screams a lot and picks people up a lot, and that's
he
about
just
it.
doesn't. Yeah, he doesn't. He's not intimidating.
He
Like,
doesn't come
just
off
seems
menacing.
Like he's nice.
Yeah, he doesn't come off menacing like
Yeah.
a menacing big mean. And then MVP always screaming direction like, make your statement, show him, and make like.
MVP's trying to do what he
He
can.
is, yeah.
He's really trying. Omos has to also like.
He's giving him like a legitimacy.
Some people are too nice, man, to be in the business, you know. And I think Omos might be one of those guys.
MVP has got a big mop, and he's trying to mop a lake right now. That's what I feel is going on. You know what I mean? So
I think it's nice because I like the tension between MVP and Bobby. I think that's where the actual
story is.
Right.
See, man, the
tool is Omos is the tool.
They fucked up.
So that's bad for Omos if you think about it in the long run. Because what happens to Omos's career after he just kind of,
they fucked up. They rushed this, or they did not rush this. They're doing this in backwards order. They should have put Omos with Bobby and MVP in the Hurt Business.
And turns. There's always a turn. You gotta
and
have
then
the
Keith
turn.
Lee should have been put in there with them as well. And
don't.
then you have Keith Lee and fucking Omos as a tag team.
That makes more sense.
Keith Lee's the bumper because he's the bumper, and Omos is the giant.
It's a lot of big black dudes in one big group. So
that is a fucking mega group, dude.
That's a mega group right there.
And then Omos gets he basically gets the Batista treatment. It's like an evolution.
You're talking Bobby, Batista, Jesus Christ. You're talking Bobby, Omos, Keith Lee, and then and
Shelton and fucking what's his face?
And you throw Cedric in there, all five.
Why not
Cedric,
have them all in there?
Yeah, because they make a one big person together. So they.
Well, and then Omos could have just. Like, he doesn't need to be cutting promos ever.
No,
don't speak.
Yeah,
don't speak ever. Because when you are speaking, I can barely understand what you're saying. And like you said, even like his tone of voice comes across as like, I'm a funny, cool, chill guy.
He's definitely playing wrestler.
Totally.
Like, 100%
yeah. So just don't
wrestler.
ever let him talk. And like, he does look menacing if he's just standing there looking mad.
Yeah.
But then the moment he opens his mouth, it's like, no.
There's the bell.
Yeah. So anyway, we can totally move on from that match if you like.
Moving on.
But the most interested I've been in him, at least.
I agree. His presentation for sure.
Yeah.
All right, that's a big step for you.
Oh wait, who's
going to win? I'm taking Omos.
I'm taking Bobby.
I'm thinking Omos is winning. I'm thinking, yeah. Well, you got both on your team. Oh, no, you don't.
I don't.
Okay.
No,
I was about to say, not again.
Omos is actually on the bench, so he's not.
Yeah, he's on the bench.
He's not curing any points.
Oh, yeah, he's in Cam's bench.
Yeah.
Oh, I just realized
Yo.
that. Yeah.
Who?
Who? Oh, yeah. Oh, somebody gave me the who for look at that. All right. So, yeah, I'm going to go with Omos as well. I think that they're trying to push him heavy, and there's going to be some fuckery.
Oh, fuckery. That's exactly the word I was going to use. Yes, I think Omos is going to win.
Okay.
Fuckery.
Fuckery.
All right.
Fuckery match. There you go.
Yeah,
I agree.
cool.
Fuckery. What do you think, Mr. B?
I said Bobby.
Bobby.
All right, so moving on, we got Happy Corbin and Madcap Moss.
I really want
Anybody
Madcap to
excited
win.
about that?
I think he's going to win.
I think Madcap is going to win for two reasons. One, he's on my team, so of course I only pick winners. And two,
Okay, Sonya.
Oh.
Okay, Rhonda.
No, I get it. I thought he was calling me Sonya. He meant, I'm like,
I like how you're more
damn.
offended by that. You're like,
How dare you? Like, I don't change the rules as I go along, Mr. B. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Yeah, no, I did that on purpose.
He's trying to start some fights.
I'm throwing shade everywhere around. But no, seriously, I think Madcap Moss getting the W here is going to push him in that right direction. He is definitely main event mid card ready.
It's just unfortunate that he has a goofy ass gimmick right now.
I think he's very close to transitioning out of that. I feel
Yeah.
See, but
like
I don't mind it though.
yeah.
Is that?
I mean, eventually you got to get a little more serious if you're going to be in a title contending role, or
it's almost like how
like
Theory started.
he could be in a singles title role right now,
Right.
You know what I mean?
Because his last promo he cut, well, maybe not his last, like a couple weeks back, I think, where him and Corbin were in the ring together and he was talking shit to him. Like, that was a little more real and not as gimmicky
comical
as
and
it
stuff.
has been.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think he's right on the cusp of that transition. He's probably going to maybe one time come out without the suspenders or something and surprise us all, you know?
Yeah.
Maybe coming in a whole new gear.
Well, see,
Yeah.
does anybody remember what he was like before he?
Yeah, in NXT.
And then he had that little short run.
He was tag
on
team.
Raw.
He was tag team partners with Tino Sabatelli or whatever for a little bit.
Right, and
former NFL player.
And then he came up with the 24/7 title when he first came up. He didn't win. I think he did win it. He did win the 24/7 title when he first came to Raw, and this is before he was Mac. All that shit happened. But long story short,
Yeah, Madcap.
he has an opportunity to, like Kimmy said, have that real serious and like you said, that serious gimmick. I think once pops,
I feel like
then he might be ready for Roman.
You know what, though? I think the gimmick helped him to stand out because, like, just looking up photos of him, very generic.
Yeah.
Very generic.
He's like wrestler number 5.
Jesus, I mean, I need to get to the gym to show me a picture like that. My Lord.
I mean, that's an NFL athlete right there, bro.
Good
That's
God.
an NFL caliber
I lose 2 pounds and then look at that and like, just give me back the 2 pounds. Like, fuck.
But no, I think it gives him a way to stand out for now until he decides to just get pissed one day and come out in like jeans and a t-shirt or
Yeah, because I think
whatever.
he can cut good promos if they give him the chance. I mean, he's goofy as fuck right now, but he's going all the way with it. I mean,
that's pretty much
his
his character.
dedication, the dedication to the character is on point.
I
so
think
then
it's
what?
perfect.
So then what happens to Happy Corbin? I mean, do they just go back to Baron?
Just like I told you
or-
last night, dude, he's the gatekeeper, bro.
Yeah,
he's
I was
going to be the
thinking that.
gatekeeper, man. Like, if you can have a good match with Corbin, then they can they can trust you that you.
So
can
Corbin's
be
not getting the chip then?
I don't know. Yeah, I
Not
don't
now, at
think-
least. Not
yeah.
now.
Well, not ever, because it's time. It's time for the chip. I think that passed.
I mean, no, you can always come back around. I mean, it's not like.
Well, yeah, Jinder. That's all I can say.
I mean, there's so many.
Yeah, Jinder was 3MB.
He's
So
just
was
reinvent.
and so was Drew. I mean, if you think about
Drew?
it,
Oh, he
Drew
was. Yeah, I mean, for
Yeah.
sure. The only one that didn't win anything was
was the leader.
the leader. Yep.
So who do we think is gonna win? I want Madcap to win, so that's who I'm gonna pick.
I think Madcap is going to go over this one because he hasn't had this payoff match yet. It's just
He
been a lot
has
of-
to go over
I
on this
agree.
one
Yeah.
because otherwise it's like, what are we doing here? Now we're spinning in fucking mud again, dude.
Does he kick
Yeah.
out of End of Days?
No, they can't. They
So
can't.
if
They
he
can't
hits-
start doing that.
So
shit.
then, if he hits End of Days, then it's over. Unless
Should be.
unless it's like that, like you said, the fuckery of the ref not being there or something. like
Ooh, that could be possible.
That could
Yeah.
be
we'll see. I mean, I'm going to take Happy Corbin in this one.
Yeah, I'm
I
taking-
think they're going to continue the story.
I'm thinking Madcap is going to win the first. Who you got?
I want Madcap.
Madcap.
I think Madcap.
I would like for Madcap to win, but
I know I'm going with my
going with
heart here.
Corbin.
Yeah,
Maybe
I'm
not
going with
logic.
mine.
all right. Oh, I'm the lone wolf.
All
There it
right.
is. All right.
All right, next we got Edge versus AJ Styles. Priest is banned from ringside.
I'm sorry. I'm so checked out of Edge and AJ. I mean, this whole Judgment Day group and this whole crap, like,
It's super early still. Like they're still. I feel like they're still trying to learn how to crawl and walk with this group.
but here's the deal.
Flipping Edge like this doesn't make any sense when you had AJ already heel. I don't know.
And here's the deal. Like, the Mania match should have been, like, big.
I barely remember that
Exactly.
I
match.
don't even remember. I remember the entrance.
I
That's it.
remember Cody and Seth over Edge and AJ.
And,
Oh.
and that's why they're
They're
higher
up on
list. Yeah, exactly.
Even the women's matches, I remember more.
Yeah.
Not as though the women's matches are less than, but you know what I'm saying. Like, there's just a ton more.
I feel like this was supposed to be the first program coming out of Edge's return,
Right,
At Rumble.
but AJ got injured, so
AJ
they had
got
to call
hurt.
the audible and go to Randy. And here's the deal: Randy is a great substitute. You know what I mean? I wouldn't see it any other way. However, this storyline is very stale. Very stale.
It just never really picked up. Like it's never. There's nothing for me that I've been like
invested.
Ooh.
There's no
Yeah.
investment.
Well,
There's
it,
no
it
no
could
investing
also
quality.
be because there's only two of them. We were talking about there's got to be a third.
Oh, you mean for the Judgment Day group?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're thinking Ciampa and Rhea are going to join that.
I've
No,
seen
I'm
reports
just saying
of
that's
Finn,
probably
too.
why it feels so stale.
Because there is only
There's
the
only
two.
two of them.
Right.
It's still so early.
Well,
Like
that's what I'm saying.
in the whole process, you know what I mean?
Here's-
That's why they're pushing it too quick. They're
But
trying to
here's the
snowball it
deal:
too
they
fast.
are also putting AJ and Finn together and trying to bring back the club.
Well, we just seen them on TV together once.
Yeah.
I mean, it just happened this week.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Because I don't know what's going to
You're
happen.
jumping ahead too far there.
I think the reason it doesn't work for me
know.
is because they just had the fucking Ms. Maurice, Edge,
Yeah, dude.
Oh, Beth.
yeah, the Beth like match where they're like uber fucking baby face, the two of them,
Yeah.
versus and then all
And
of a
when
sudden
was-
they're like and switch.
And that was
Yep.
Rumble, right?
Yeah.
Was that Rumble? Yeah. So, not too long. So they're like,
within 90 days, they went total
They pulled
180.
the rug out from
they're
under
like,
us.
oh, and yeah, like they're like, oh, super good guys, haha, we're the best, dressed in blue, we win.
We have
and then
grit.
all of a sudden now he just comes out and like he's like, I'm just evil and pissed now.
I'm
and
sitting on my
rah."
throne of omnipotence.
It's just fucking weird. They
What?
literally just changed it up completely. Like they could have literally
Out of
kept him
nowhere.
as a baby face, like
Literally
you said,
out of nowhere.
and then just kept AJ as heel or whatever instead of like I don't get the whole.
Nothing led up to
The change.
Edge.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, nothing pushed him over the quote-unquote edge.
Well, I mean,
Pun intended.
You remember the promo though, the sit down in front of the camera promo. That was an intense promo where I felt like it didn't have to have Edge go heel or face. It's just let's have competition,
Dude, Edge
know?
Edge was a heel as soon as AJ Styles showed up. Edge
Yeah.
turned heel on him.
Literally
hit him with the
immediately.
concertos,
and it was
all this shit.
unnecessary. That could
But
have
it-
been saved for after the match. at Mania.
That
Well,
would have
not
made
just-
more sense.
And
You know
again,
what I mean?
we've
If they would have
talked
did all
about-
that, sorry, Kim, but
No,
if
you're
they
good.
would have did that whole thing after the match at Mania, Edge wins and AJ shakes his hand and then he turns on like,
Yeah, there we
what the fuck is
That's
going
better.
on here?
Much
and then
better.
all of a sudden, Damian Priest is standing at the top of the entrance. You're like,
Or he just, maybe he just comes out and he's kind of like shaking his
Yeah,
head,
shake- or, like,
I like
clapping.
that. I like your style,
and
right
then just
now.
walks to the back, and then you're just like, leave us like, okay, now you have something to lead into after the season
Yeah, because
premiere.
now we're like, what the fuck? Why is Priest standing there? Like,
Yeah,
it
what's
makes us
going
go,
on?
what is happening?
right, what is going on?
Well,
and
they've been trying to push that whole Priest, I'm crazy, no, I'm not, I'm crazy, no, I'm
Yeah,
not,
the
like
good
for a
side, bad
while.
side.
So then when he sees Edge acting such, he's like, you know what?
I'm gonna
now
embrace that evil.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And here's the funny part: stop giving us the two sides of Priest.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
so dumb.
Don't
God,
don't
it's so
do
stupid.
that. If you're gonna have him dark, his whole thing needs to be dark. Own that side. We know
He's
that he
Damien.
can have right. We know he's in his Damien phase. Then let us just push the Damien phase. It's almost like the Demon and Finn Balor. They keep them separate but equal. We know they're the same person, but the Demon is super separate.
Would you like to see Finn in the Demon in Judgment Day?
No,
Like Finn utilizing the Demon for
it'll water down.
for this.
It'll water down
character?
the Demon.
I don't know, man. We'll see.
I feel like the Demon's character.
Because this is a very
I
like.
think the demon's pretty much gone, really.
See, and that's
How
the
it
deal.
feels.
And that's the deal. Then let it be.
Well, this is like a ministry
what I mean?
esque.
So then have Finn join by himself.
But he could do that, but he could tap into that demon-like character, and it would make more sense of where and why this character keeps coming out now. You know what I mean? I don't know. They got to figure something out because I'm getting bored with the Judgment Day bullshit already.
Damian Priest, in spite of his voice and his look, also seems to me like just a nice guy.
He is.
Yeah.
You know
No,
what
he
I mean?
is.
That's what I'm saying. So I think that's why also this doesn't really work for him very well, because I'm looking at him going, not believable.
Same thing with Veer. Veer is like a super sweetheart backstage.
That's what Cam says.
And it's like, well, you got these monsters that.
But when Veer's out there, I don't see.
Yeah, he's intimidating.
He's yeah. That's
He is.
different.
He is. He breathes too much. Not just every time he exhales, he's like, nah. It's like every time though, bruh. Every fucking time.
Hey, he comes from a
So
country
annoying.
that is very smoggish.
Nah.
So- there's a lot of people over there.
Other than that,
Where's
though,
he
yeah.
from again?
India.
India.
Well, and I don't like they're putting him with like every jobber possible that we've never ever seen before in our lives.
I like that as well.
I like that. It
Because
brings
it's
back
the
the
80s and 90s.
The squash
yeah,
matches,
the
yeah,
squash
because you're
match, yeah.
establishing somebody here.
Enhancement talents, baby. Enhancement talents.
Yeah, because to me you're building this character, and it's like, okay, he's beating the fuck out of like every single dude
And-
that they put in front of him.
And look, we started
Then you
with...
start peppering in some like
Actual people.
some actual talents.
Well, they
give him
did
like
that
Shelton
first.
Benjamin. Give him like.
They did that first. They gave him Dominic and they gave him Ray.
They did.
You
give
talk
him,
about
yeah.
out the box.
Well, we didn't get Veer versus Ray, did we?
No, Ray just didn't he put him in the move?
Not Ray.
Not Ray. Dominic.
He
Yeah.
fucked
Dominic?
Dominic up. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Dominic is now off TV injured.
Yeah. Doesn't surprise
He was
me.
the first one, which they're trying to repackage him. But anyway, so this whole Edge AJ situation. At the end of the day, I'm personally going with Edge for the dub,
Yeah.
Yeah, same.
Me too.
and I hope this is the payoff because they don't need to keep going with the storyline. But
Yeah.
obviously they are because it's going to turn into a tag team match. We see that coming.
I just want to see. Okay, let's get Edge away from AJ Styles. I'm not going to say this is not fresh because this storyline has never been done before Mania. You know what I mean? So
They're kind of like it's almost like they've been holding the storyline in their back pocket due to injury, et cetera, and now they're like, do it now. And with
Yeah,
no thought,
pause start,
reckless
pause
abandon.
start.
Yeah, it's like,
So let me just flip it on you, and we won't go crazy with it. But Edge's group, Judgment Day, Damian Priest, say for instance he gets Ciampa and Rhea. All right, that's the rumor floating around. Say for instance he gets those two. Is that a strong enough group to try to go after the bloodline?
No.
I'm gonna let it play out.
Not yet.
I'll
at
see
least.
how it goes because
Mr. B's not
Ciampa-
feeling it though.
Well, I mean, shit. Ciampa and Damian Priest would be a good tag
That'd
team.
be a crazy tag team.
I mean, because you got the power and the speed and the, you know what I mean. So that would work.
It would remind me almost of Kid and Razor.
It's just you got your power and your speed. I mean, you could do Kane and X-Pac. You could do, and I'm not saying like
No, but I'm saying like the
Character-wise,
character,
but just in the style.
The style. That's what I'm
yeah.
looking at right now.
You got your power and he's not really speedy.
or
but
even
he's-
Kane and Daniel.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I
similar.
think because Daniel's more grittier, and so is Ciampa. You know, they're not doing all the crazy high fly moves.
I would like, dude. Rhea's the one that I want to see in there more than anybody.
But then what
right
is she?
now.
But then what do you? I mean, here's the
You
deal.
establish her as a fucking monster killer, dude, and she goes and wins the title. And now you got, dude. They could be. I don't want to say the belt collectors because that's it's already been done, but they could establish that group. Edge wins the. He could even win a singles title.
Intercontinental, just bring some relevancy back. Edge as the Intercontinental Champion right now would be relevant because he can sit in that.
I like that.
He can sit in that throne with the belt, and then I don't mind the fact that the belt's not being defended every week because I have a legitimate character that it's like
I
the
don't think it
Undertaker
needs to
holding.
be defended every week, but more than
right.
once every 4 months.
Right, but having it on Edge is almost like having it on Brock.
It's just weird because Edge
I don't
is already
mind.
so established. It kind
Yeah.
of goes back
Right.
into my. Once you're in, like up here in this echelon,
you can't do anything.
you can't
wrong.
really. I don't want to say go down. However, like I said, there's always certain situations. If it's presented the right way, you can do it. Like Cena as U.S. champ, dude, great. That was
I agree.
great.
Right.
That was actually really good.
And it gave a big superstar relevancy. It made a title look like it was a premier. Like I want to win that now.
Well, and then when you win
Yep.
it off of somebody of that caliber, it makes it more special for
It
the
helps,
person
yeah.
coming down the line. And then
Exactly.
they, you know what I mean? And it keeps that, what do you call it?
the balance,
prestige.
the prestige. Yes,
Exactly.
That's the word.
Yes.
That's the word. And especially with that Kevin Owens storyline when he first came in with John.
So good.
Are you kidding me?
Dude.
That could have been a WWE title storyline right there. Just the way that whole thing happened.
That to me, that it felt bigger than the WWE
Who
title.
what was the?
Who cares? It doesn't even matter.
Actually, wasn't that the gender year?
No way. No. This was like 2014. So it would have had to have been like Seth or Brock.
I don't want to say Kevin Owens is like underrated, but he's kind of underrated.
dude.
Oh, he's
Super
definitely underrated.
underrated.
Like, dude, because even that little blip of him and Seth that happened recently, that shit was so entertaining, dude.
It's and he does all the little things too.
Dude,
Like
all
when he's
the little
cutting
things.
I mean,
promos.
he's in a storyline with Ezekiel Elias right now,
And he's getting it over.
Right.
That shit is great.
I'm actually like
Yeah.
looking forward to seeing, and that's another
You're a
thing.
liar. That's it. You're a liar. Like,
We have-
his intensity there is hilarious.
We got 6 matches on this pay-per-view. I'm pretty sure they're gonna sprinkle in Elias and this guy somewhere in there.
We may get like a KO show.
Yeah,
Or
probably.
something like that. Yeah.
which is good.
All right, what's next on the card?
Speaking of next, so we are transitioning to
Part
one
2.
of the best stories going right now. I would
Part
feel
2.
like is Cody and Seth, the rematch.
Yeah, the rematch.
I am looking forward to this match more than anything else on the card, just due to the fact that Mick Bro and them are not doing the tag team unification shit, because that's what I was really looking
I
forward
know
to.
that
That sold the
I
pay per
agree.
view for me. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, and then they
And when they took
what
that
does
off-
WWE do? Pull the rug out from under you, dude.
Again, they can't decide what the fuck they're
Right.
doing.
Exactly.
Seth and Cody seem to be the most interesting right now. With
It's the most solid storyline going right now.
Well, not only that, dude, but they've been cutting great promos every week, basically. You know what I mean? Like, they've not been really fighting with one another. I like their psychology.
Yeah.
Those two in their
they
psychology
respect
together.
each other, and you can
Dude,
tell.
So good. So good.
Well, this whole Seth character right now is just perfect for
Oh.
the storyline.
It's the best version of Seth I think he's ever been.
Yeah, I agree.
I love it.
So-
The laughing all the time.
The new suits every week, dude. Like he never
Yeah.
wears the same suit twice. I love that.
Never.
And I'm gonna tell you now, Seth is definitely a sports entertainer. He is definitely a superstar beyond belief. He's a megastar.
Seth is number 2 to Roman right now. In
yes,
the
Yeah.
company.
I agree 100%.
And with everything wrapped into
And-
one ball, he is the total package.
Totally.
And when we
like,
get to the main event, I'm gonna tell you why the person who should be number 2 isn't,
Okay.
because she definitely should be in Seth's position as far as the pivotal foundation pillar
Yeah.
of the company. But
Well, let's not move on.
let's not move
too
on.
quick.
So Seth and Cody, I really feel like they are going to tear the freaking roof off.
They're
because
gonna have pro wrestling match.
yes,
Yeah.
because their first match was the feeler. They were feeling each other out
Yeah.
in front of the world. I mean, come
Well,
on.
and even Seth said, like, well, I didn't even know it was you. Like, I wasn't even prepared.
I love that story. That's,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? Like, I like that too. Because if you think about it, even in sports, they do that. All right, let's watch film of our, competitors. Let's blah, blah, blah.
game plan. Yep.
Totally. So you can't really game plan if you don't know who it's going to be.
You think
so
they
you're
called
kinda
that in the
going
ring
up.
though? That WrestleMania match? You think they called that in the ring? Or
Dude,
you
they
think-
are pros. It wouldn't fucking surprise me if they were like, let's just do it. Let's just go off the crowd.
I mean,
That's big.
I mean, that's my
huge.
favorite style of match is calling it in the ring, like
Yeah.
because it just makes things a lot more unpredictable.
And
It
once you're out
feels-
there, they're not gonna. What can they stop you? No, you're already there. You're already out there.
Well, I
You
mean,
can't.
they give you the end, and it's up for you
Right.
to write.
yeah, it's
write
like
it
here's
there.
how much time you got, here's your finish, and
Go.
Yeah,
Well, and especially if they're both confident enough and they think they can pull certain spots
Oh, no,
off
they-
that are unexpected. You know what I mean? I think they for sure did that. So that's probably maybe the match I'm most excited
Yes,
for.
out
That's
of
what I
everything
am.
that
Yeah.
took that
to me,
put the
that's
steam.
my like top.
That's my main event.
Yeah.
I would have liked for it to have been in a cage or something, but
not yet.
I don't even think that. Yeah, I was gonna say I don't even think
you
they
don't
need
think
it.
you
Not
don't
right
think
now.
they need a gimmick?
No.
No, it because they haven't gotten to. I think, like you said, not yet. I
Yeah.
don't think they've gotten to the point where like, because to me, cage matches and stuff like that is like, all right, you guys have basically beaten each other up.
It's
Like
the blow off.
it is exactly what it is. Like it's almost like like rival. Okay, well now we have to do this big thing so you guys can be locked
This
in
is
together because there's no way out. There's no interference. There's no
No count outs, no running away,
That's
Totally.
it.
any of
Winner,
that.
You're
winner.
winner.
There's one winner.
totally.
So-
There can be no fuckery. There can be no I wasn't prepared. Whatever. You know what I mean? It's like you said, the blow off. It's kind of like
So based
The
on
Super
what
Bowl.
based on what you're
No
saying,
excuses.
everything you're saying right there, your psychology of how you just did the storyline, that means Seth wins this match.
I think Seth probably will win
You just
Well,
you
and
just
here's the
talked
thing,
Seth
you're-
into
because
a victory right
I don't
there.
think they're gonna give it to Cody yet.
Well, and here's the thing: if you take a L to Seth, your
That's
character's not
yeah.
getting diminished. It's not like you're taking an L from Shinsuke or fucking.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, though?
It's gonna be a hell of a
Miz.
match either way.
Hey,
No disrespect to
hey.
Miz, but if Cody would have lost that match to Miz, dude, we would have been like,
Oh.
okay, so it's
So you
Well,
want
well, I
some,
mean,
huh?
he could have lost it with fuckery because I'm a Miz
no
fuckery.
way, no way, dude. I don't agree with that. Because here's the thing: like Cody said, wins and losses do matter, dude. Like, believe it or not, even though it's scripted, the wins and losses matter. Because I don't want to get behind somebody that's always 50-50 bullshit. That's why WWE is in the situation it's in now.
And if you're
It's all too
fucking
much 50-50.
world champion material, universal
You
champion
gotta stay
material,
there. You gotta stay there.
exactly, and you have
You gotta
to
win.
see beyond the fuckery and win even
With
when
the
they
fu-
try to. Oh, sorry, that was
With
my
the
bad.
fuckery included, right?
Yeah,
Okay,
exactly.
So I get it on that aspect. Thank you for the clarification,
Yeah.
Mackie D.
So I'm not saying like Miz is like fuck Miz.
Yeah, that's kind of how I took
because
it.
Miz is a gatekeeper as well. However,
he wins the chip though. That's the cool part about Miz.
well, he has won it.
Well,
Twice.
I'll start the vote.
Okay.
I think that Seth is going to win.
I think so as well.
Me as well.
Yeah, I'm picking Seth as
Is that
well.
an all- is that an all hands?
I would like to see
It's
Cody
unanimous.
win, just to kind of set Cody in that, because then this could set Seth off in like a crazy rage.
See, but I don't think it's necessary. Yeah, it could. I don't think it's necessary to have Cody win this match because you got to preserve this storyline. This is your storyline right now for Raw. There's nothing else on Raw that's
Well, yeah,
really.
they're bringing in fucking RK Bro and Usos.
No.
that was supposed to be the story.
And look what happened.
That was supposed to be the story.
So thank God we got Seth and Cody to save the fucking day.
Yeah.
The only thing
Well,
missing
that
in
was
Seth
unanimous,
and
right?
Yeah.
only thing missing in Seth and Cody right now is a chip.
Yeah. Well,
Because that could have been a great WWE title program if you have the belt separate.
well,
Seth as a WWE champion coming in as Cody and Cody beating him at Mania to win it right there and there. Cody comes
Oh.
in his first night, wins the WWE title.
well, that's the problem. That's why
That
I
would have
said,
been
like,
fucking
it's-
huge.
Yeah, it doesn't make a lot of sense.
Nope.
Could you imagine if Cody came in at Mania and Seth was the champ and fucking won the title?
Well, they didn't though, because they wanted to get the unification match.
Yeah,
that
they wanted
haven't
this-
done anything with.
They
yet.
wanted this
I love.
big ass
I
blow
think
off.
it's great that there's no title involved.
You see,
See, and that's
I'm
why
kind
it's
of
so good.
I'm kind of
Yeah.
on the fence with that only because
It doesn't need a belt right now.
and you're right. You're both right. Here's the only reason why I'm on the fence, and I'll leave it at that, and we can move on. The only reason why I'm on the fence with that is because you have Roman Reigns as your champion of champions right now, and it's like you can't go any bigger.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you don't just come into AEW and just be the fucking champ. You know what I'm saying? So Cody also, I think, kind of doing it for the last few years, probably also has that mindset like, hey,
You said AEW. You don't go into AEW or WWE, you mean?
no, I did say AEW on purpose.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, so because that's why I mean he's been in AEW for years prior to that with that mindset of, hey, yeah, wins do matter, like you said. And so in my mind, I don't think he's gonna want to come in and be like, yes, I want to go for the championship, but I'm not just gonna be like, I want the champ right now.
Right.
So I think he's coming in going, who am I gonna fucking fight that's gonna give me the legitimacy to then go for that championship?
Ding,
And
ding, ding, ding.
is
Circle
Seth
gets the square.
Rollins.
And you are 100% right. I'm just saying for entertainment purposes, I would have liked to have seen it that way.
Well, here's the thing,
but I think you're 100% right. This the way this is working out.
Because who would Seth be against right now otherwise?
Cody. It would have to be him. And well, I'm saying.
No, I'm saying if Cody had not shown up, it's if not for Cody, who would Seth be fighting?
Oh God.
It would probably be like KO. or KO would be babyface.
Right. So
Or
this
Bobby.
gives such a fresh new face
I
to
didn't
it.
even
You
think
know what I
about
mean?
that.
So it's, to me, the championship doesn't matter because it's almost like, oh, the enemy is trying to infiltrate. That's what it is. It's not like, it's the prestige of it all. It has nothing to do with the championship. It's just like, no, I'm better than you, and now I can go for Roman.
And not to fantasy book, because not to get too far off track, but let's say Roman does leave. Let's say the belts are vacated.
Yeah.
Seth gets this win. We take this program all the way to Survivor Series without taking it there, because you can kind of move on from Seth
You're
here.
pushing his deadly games,
I'll do
bro.
Deadly Games.
He's
What's up,
pushing this.
dude? I love the tournaments, but I'm just saying, what if that was the case? The belts are vacated. You have the tournament, and it's Cody and Seth
At the end of it.
For the titles.
Well, it would have to be.
But I'm just, if you wanted to do that, now you got your trilogy of matches.
Plus the biggest payoff of, and there's your gimmick. There's instead of it being for a cage match, no. Hey AJ, here's what you wanted. Here's your championship match. Now that we then built,
And it's just
this
like a quote unquote dream
whole
case
thing up.
scenario. You know
right.
what I
It's
mean?
almost like when Rock and Triple H were coming up, and you're like, man, this would be a great title program, but it wasn't. It was just Triple H and Rock coming up, and then finally, bam, it hit right when it needed to.
Yep.
Because guess who left? Stone Cold.
Yep.
Stone Cold.
All right, so
But yeah.
unanimous for Seth.
Yep,
Yep.
Seth all the way around.
All right, what do we got next?
All right, so next we got the RK McBro versus the Bloodline.
That RK McBro is the most hilarious
Name I've ever
of all time.
It's just you know what,
I think
Randy.
that Pat McAfee said that.
You know Randy and Riddle. I mean, thank you for
been really good.
everything you've done, because, dude, you make me just really feel that fucking 14-year-old who was like, man, this is fun to watch. Like I'm excited. You know, it's almost like how the Acclaim get me excited, and we already talked about that stuff like this. But I do like this team. I think RK Bro, hands down, money.
I think Matt Riddle was already a legit superstar, but Randy has brought him to this whole other level, dude.
Yeah.
Because he also, to me, is, championship material as well.
I agree.
Oh,
and
yeah.
he's so legit outside of the ring. Are you kidding me?
Yeah,
and so,
he's a UFC fighter for real. Like he was a UFC.
but it took him away from the quote unquote gimmick, because he was kind of gimmicky at first, a little bit with his bruh, like that whole, you know what I mean?
At first, it was like, what the fuck?
So
are you
now
doing?
he's still totally chill, like he's always been, but somehow more badass.
right because it's
Yeah.
him.
Well, it's Randy,
He's not
too.
playing, and he's not playing the character. That's
him.
really Matt.
Yeah.
And that's another reason why it works for him, is
Yeah.
because that's him. That's who he is.
So-
he's not playing character. He's
So he's
that's
almost
who
like,
he is.
haha, I'm going to be your
He's
friend, but don't
being
fuck
him.
with me.
Right, because we've seen him mad. We've
Yeah.
seen him pissed, bro. I
Dude,
mean,
even
just
him and Riddle and Randy all standing in the ring together, all side by side.
It
I
feels
was
like he belongs
those
there,
are
right?
giants, dude. Like all three of them, and they all look intimidating as fuck. And he looked. That's the most pissed off and mean that I've seen him so far. Because his hair's all slicked back. He looked just super serious. He
Right.
didn't really look at all like he was kind of laughing. Because usually Randy will look serious, but he's still haha, bruh.
Yeah.
But even last, yeah, he
And
did a really good
He
job
looked
of
like he was like he flipped a
I'm
switch.
about to
Right.
beat some ass.
And it gave you-
basically.
That's the star power
Yep,
right
and
there.
I was just about to say the same thing, and that's what Vince is going to be like. Okay, I have a multi-fascinating and multi-talented character here that can go either direction. I can make him bad, and Riddle could be a bad guy all day.
Dude, and
I
he's
could
still
see
so
that.
young.
Yeah.
He could carry that company for sure if he
You
needed
wanna
to.
know, dude,
Give
here's
him-
a
give him
weird
another couple of years,
comparison.
Yeah.
But it's weird because I said it about Hangman too. He reminds me in the way that he is presented and like his charisma with the fans, dude, like fucking Magnum. And I know Magnum is before your time, Magnum TA.
Yeah.
But when he was coming up in the 80s, dude, he was like literally
The
pretty
guy.
much Hogan level pops this guy was getting, and for the NWA, but he got into a car crash and
Damn.
that got stifled. But so I'm not saying that he's reckless or on a dangerous path or anything. But
No, but
no,
you
his
see it there.
charisma,
The star
dude,
power is there.
he's got the fans like in the palm of his fucking hand.
I feel like
You
Riddle
know?
is almost one of those people. Like he's gonna be one of those people that I don't think he's ever gonna be babyface or heel.
That
In a
gray
way,
area. He's gonna be
I
shades
feel like
of gray.
he's gonna be like, and not to compare like for top, but like
Austin.
Austin, dude.
Yeah.
Ric Flair.
Dude, where he
The Rock.
just gets the pop regardless. Like
Right.
if people just want to see him regardless. Like
Mm-hmm.
I don't care what role you're in. He just does well either way.
I agree.
Yeah, I think that's good. I think Riddle has a great career on his side. I believe the way he re-energized the Randy Orton career, which was already, there.
Yeah,
You know
Randy's
what I
like
mean?
amazing.
Dude, Randy had a foot out the door
Right.
of his career, and then
Riddle
this-
grabbed him and pulled him in and got him high and said, "Let's sit down and play some games." And dude,
they ride
just-
together on the bus and shit.
dude.
Yeah.
And
It probably reignited his love and passion
it
for
did.
the sport.
He said it when they had the 20th anniversary for Randy. He was like, "Yo, dude, you are my friend. Like you are," and I feel like he's for real. Like Randy don't
Yeah.
have many friends when it comes to this business because he did it to
Well,
himself.
and dude, he's putting his stamp on this guy too.
Yeah,
he's
that
going.
rub.
I'm gonna fucking help make this kid because I legit see something in him.
And not to mention, this kid made me fall in love with this shit all
Yeah.
over again. Like what a
Dude,
what a
he's
thank you.
letting him use the RKO. He's letting him do
all his moves,
Randy
bro.
Orton move sets and shit.
taunts.
It is
All
like the
of it.
most special big brother little brother
It is,
relationship.
bro. It
Like
is.
I love them as a
Yes,
tag
they
team
are-
so
yeah.
much.
I'm glad they didn't break them up.
That's
I'm
why
glad.
it's hard to. Hopefully, they don't ever like break them up. Of course, it's
They should just be
wrestling,
like
so-
the New Day. They're just always the thing.
Yeah, I
You know
can
what I mean?
can see that, and especially like you see their graphic when the snakes are like when Randy's snake is like, "I'm gonna get you," and his snake is all like, "Oh, you missed
Well,
me."
and
bro."
even think about if they're in a Royal Rumble and they end up the two of them, the final two, right? And then so that's a good way to like pin them against one another and give them some sort of beat, but
a
they
little
still.
heat, yeah.
It's almost like when they're like, okay, we're gonna have a match at the beginning. They're almost laughing at one another, being like, haha.
Yeah, and then it just gets a little more
Serious,
serious
yeah.
as it goes. Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I see Riddle
Shake hands at
being
the
in
end.
that situation.
Yeah.
Where Randy would almost be like playing with him, and Riddle would be like,
Hey man,
Quit
that's not
fucking
cool.
"No,
Cool.
fuck you. Like
Yeah.
this is a competition, and sorry, but I'm a
gonna
competitor,
win."
man. I'm gonna win, dude. Yeah."
And then he gets the roll up and wins and beats Randy, and then
Right.
Randy's Randy. He's like, "It's all right, you
Yeah,
beat
it
me," and then
plants the seeds.
RKO, and then. I don't want to see it yet though.
So do you think RK McBro is gonna take the win, or do you think that
I think
the
their chances are better.
bloodline?
Well, I think that if they're gonna do the unification for the tags, it's gonna be at SummerSlam.
Yeah, so with that being said, I think RK McBro is winning because this is going to give their first defeat and put that first little chink in that bloodline armor.
And then you move forward and you do
Drew
Because
and-
it's
and
not really
Roman.
there's no stakes.
Right.
It's
This
just
is
for
a
bragging
match,
rights.
yeah.
So yeah,
So they
Yeah.
can, so Roman, and you know what? Roman might actually take the pin. This might be the
Oh.
first time Roman gets pinned in.
No way.
It's not the title.
I know, but it's too predictable though.
no.
Whenever the
that would
title's
actually
not
be,
on the-
I
on the
agree. That
line.
would
Let
actually
Drew
be.
pin Roman. Yes, let Drew get that dub on Roman at a pay per view
No,
with the
let
word
Matt
wrestle.
do it.
Who?
Let Matt do it.
Oh,
No,
wow.
nah. See,
Come on.
it's got to be Drew. If you're gonna push Drew and Roman,
Yeah.
Drew's got to get that
What
W
if-
on
what if
Roman
Randy-
at a
But I hear you
WrestleMania.
though, bro. That is predictable.
What if Randy hits him with the RKO and pins Roman?
Then, ooh, baby, you have to transition Randy into that program. I'm okay.
I hear what you're saying.
Have
though.
to is the wrong word.
Yeah.
Have to is the wrong word. That's a strong word.
But Randy right now against the heel Roman right now,
would be beautiful. That's
He could,
that's-
it's
though.
a super like
Contrast.
contrast in reactions from the fans. So, you know,
Then you could have Riddle in his corner as extra manpower against the bloodline, because
Yeah, they do
and then they
always
can
have-
still
Gotta be involved,
continue
too.
that unification tag team title match too.
and Randy comes in. I'm taking all the gold.
It's like, oh yeah,
We're gonna be the new bloodline.
yeah.
Something
He's
like
like,
that.
I'm gonna be the tag champ, and
Yeah, he
But
said-
yeah, they could do that and make it interesting. So then you get Randy and Roman
Roman.
at SummerSlam.
No, dude, you gotta have Drew. Drew, it just it's going to be too confusing if you put Randy into this mix now and then Riddle and then because they're all, trust me, they're all still in the same storyline. So I get that, but
I hear you though.
It's like it's like you're dating her now and then I switch girls, so now
So you think RK McBro is going to win?
Yes, I'm sorry. Yes.
Bro?
Going through?
I'm gonna go with the Bloodline.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep the Bloodline strong here. Yep, I'm going with the Bloodline.
What about you over there?
RK McBro.
RK McBro.
Oh shit.
That's 2 loans. It's 2 loans. All right,
Cool. So moving on from
Finally.
that, we got the main event. Most likely, I'm assuming this is going to be the main event.
It's the biggest championship on the pay-per-view right now that's being defended.
We got the SmackDown Women's Championship, Charlotte versus Ronda, in an I Quit match.
Yeah, I quit watching it.
Yeah. Glad it's at the end, so if I happen to fall asleep, it's
How
fine.
about this? Can I quit? Literally, can I personally quit and just not have to see them? I mean,
Like, how long is Ronda's contract? Like, is it over? Is this the
Well,
last one?
I
I
think
she
that
has
they.
2 more, yeah.
I think so because she still had to honor the contract that she signed before she left to go have a baby.
So
So
she's
she
still in
still
that.
had time on her contract that they were like, you got to honor that. So that's why it's like
Cool.
she doesn't look like she wants to be there. That's just me. It just
Maybe
feels
that's
like
why
she's there for a
it's so
paycheck.
bad.
Yeah, well,
Dude, because even when Charlotte flipped over the table a couple weeks back and like there was the kendo stick, she literally hit Ronda with the kendo stick and she just did nothing.
Yeah,
she just
it's
stood
just-
there and like was like, "So you're supposed to hit me again?" And then okay, and then it's all very like, I don't know,
So
poorly done.
poorly choreographed. So this is exactly why I said the person who should be number 2 after Roman is Charlotte. And she has all the ability. She is number 2 in my opinion. However,
yeah.
the reason why she's not
it's 1A, 1B.
well, the reason why she's not in the conversation like Seth is more because of the relevancy of the storyline they're in. Ronda Rousey is a name, but that's it.
But no one cares about that name, and she has
Exactly.
no.
And that's why Charlotte needs to win.
It's almost like you got a pair of slippers, but those pair of slippers are Nike.
Who is it that Ronda Rousey had that fight against it, and she got like kicked in the fucking face and lost?
Holly Holm.
Holly Holm.
Yeah.
Put that bitch in there.
With Ronda?
No,
With Charlotte?
just take Ronda out.
Oh, put Holly Holmes
Yeah,
in?
why not?
Oh.
Like,
that'd be
listen,
even
because
Or
it's
like
like
Misha Tate. Or
Oh, no, so
someone like
Misha
like-
Tate has, they call her Cupcake. And here's the cool part. Misha Tate has, like, charisma.
that.
Super charisma.
Thank you. That's the problem. Ronda just is like the same bitch that she was when she first appeared and has not evolved at all. The same
Yeah.
stupid walk, the same every fucking thing. Dude, it's so
She's
annoying.
not- she's
Her
not
hair's always the
entertaining,
fucking
man.
same. She has zero charisma whatsoever.
Yeah. Yep. I agree. I'm right there with you. I am not a fan of Ronda.
So I want Charlotte to win.
Yeah, Charlotte all day, but she's going to lose.
She's going to lose it.
Yeah,
You think Charlotte's gonna win?
Hell yeah. There's no way they're going to have Ronda Rousey
you know
say,
what, though?
I quit.
I'm okay with that though, because then Charlotte can win it back and be.
And she's a
What,
15 time.
15? Oh, my. Yo, dude.
Come on. Hashtag 15 Charlotte.
She's gonna break the
Oh, my
record.
gosh, she's going to break the record,
She's
bro.
She'll be the
Oh.
first one.
She's got to be. She's the.
If she, and it's all WWE.
And if Ronda still has to be around for her contract purposes, perfect opportunity.
And here's
Yep.
let me ask you a question. They're not counting her NXT runs, are they?
No. They might be, but I don't think that
I
they
don't
are.
think so.
Because they don't even mention.
Because she
former
says
NXT.
women's champion.
Yeah.
She doesn't say anything about.
Because she's what? She's like a 12 or 13 time.
She's 10 times
like
SmackDown.
WWE.
Yeah, she's 10 times No, she's 8 times SmackDown and I think 5 times Raw.
Mike's like, look it up.
I'm going to pull it up.
Check
right
the
this
stats.
second.
It's either 8 and 5 or 7 and 4.
I don't know. Mike's looking it up right now. Fact check.
I'm pulling it up here. So
Why should you do that? Yes, definitely.
all right, so somebody keep math here. So she's Raw Women's Champ 4 times.
Okay.
SmackDown Women's Champ 5 times.
That's 9.
NXT Women's Champ 2 times.
That's 11.
So she's an 11-time
So they are counting
Wait,
the
how
NXT.
much for NXT?
2.
too.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. They are counting her NXT run then.
They're counting NXT. So she's 11. So she needs 6
But
more.
she was also the Divas Champion.
Unless that's.
But they're not counting the Divas title?
They have it says she's got 13 title wins.
So she's 2-time Divas champ. But here's the deal. She transitioned the Divas into the women's.
Yeah.
So do they count that win of her giving up the Divas championship and then winning the women's championship as a run?
Okay, so she's
know.
won 15 women's championships,
But they're only counting.
But WWE is only recognizing 13.
What two are they not recognizing? The NXT.
It's got to be the NXT.
So there it is. So
Yeah.
it's not the NXT. So she's 13 right now?
13.
Fudge.
So if her and Ronda have a couple more interactions,
And just they do what John Cena and fucking Edge
See, now
did
I'm seeing
during
a
that
lot
whole
of
little
fucking-
bounce back and forth. Oh, I won this pay-per-view.
Hang on, dude.
I won the title. Next pay-per-view, I won the title back. That's why Edge is fucking
yeah.
30 times.
That's always what fucks me up too. It's like, yeah, but what's the longest reigning? It would probably be,
Ooh.
you know what I'm saying? Like,
Well,
who's
the
the
long-
longest reigning women's champion?
Of all time?
Yeah.
It has to be Charlotte.
No,
right?
Is it?
no, it's Mae Young or Moolah. Fabulous Moolah.
Is
Fabulous
it?
Moolah had the damn title for like 13 years.
Shut the fuck
No
fucking
way.
no.
Yeah, Fabulous Moolah was the
Uh-uh.
yeah. Remember, she was the longest.
She
reigning-
just never gave it up.
no.
ever.
She had the she had the title for like
What a bitch. First of
400
all.
years. Yeah, she was.
400 years.
We can't.
400.
400, 407 years ago, I became the women's champion of the world. And there it is.
It's been 400.
It's Mae Young, isn't it?
So she was the Raw Women's Champ 6, SmackDown Women's Champ 6,
That's 12.
and then she's had the Divas title once.
Which transitioned. Yeah, so there it is.
So that's 13.
All right, well.
And
six
then
years.
she's been the NXT champ twice.
Which they're not looking.
Yeah,
That's like
they're not
minor league.
recognizing,
That, She
right.
might as well be the Intercontinental
So,
Champion.
so
Exactly.
technically, she could be the 15 time.
Right now, technically, on
If they
paper,
count
Well,
the
it'll be
NXT.
14. If she wins, the next one will be 14.
if she loses and wins, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Losing
Yeah.
win.
But
Speaking of which,
yeah,
I'm
she's
going.
piling
I'm going
up.
with Ronda, 100%. There's no way they're gonna keep Charlotte. There's no way they're gonna make Ronda look weak.
Yeah, unless they're kicking her ass out the door.
Right, which that's not.
But yeah,
happening.
that's not happening. So I'm taking Ronda as well.
I guess I'll take Ronda then too. You've changed my mind. After that whole discussion.
Hey, you changed my mind on Seth, so thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, thank you.
Mr. B, what about you?
Yeah, probably Ronda.
All right.
Oh damn,
There
those
it
sound
is,
so.
Ronda.
So we got new women's champ.
Those sound so
I'm not-
excited.
I'm just
Yeah.
not excited about the
Ronda.
story.
I noticed there's no women's tag team championship.
There's
No,
only
they're supposed to be, right? Weren't they supposed to fight
it's not on the official card.
Natalia and Shayna?
Because it may
Alright.
be
Looked
on the
Bleacher
pre-show.
Report. Yeah, it might be the pre-show.
Oh,
That's all right. I still get credit. Do I get credit for the pre-show?
yeah, especially
Matches
title.
count, yeah.
especially title.
Promos
matches.
don't count for pre-shows, but
What?
matches do.
Promos don't count?
No, just
What?
matches.
Nuh-uh. When did that rule become a thing?
I
That's
think
kind
that
of
was
always
always
been the thing.
yeah, because we talked about this like episode like
I'll have to go back and listen. It's
15.
been we're 40 years old, you know.
was like right.
Because I
We're 40
got a
episodes
little
old.
dementia. I just want my porridge.
yeah, because since it's not technically part of the show,
Yeah, no, that makes sense. I hear you.
you know,
Right. Because
Yeah, okay.
we I
What
think
the
we
fuck
did
was I
count the
just gonna
matches
look
because
up?
the title we were
If
the
they were going to be on
Usos
the match.
the Usos were having title matches on the pre-show and shit, and I wasn't having it, so I think we did the matches, not the promos. So yeah, you're right. Mr. B, can you check the rule book? I mean,
Well, they like to put championship
There is
matches
no
on the
rule
goddamn
book.
pre-show for some fucking reason.
it's because they're dumb. Shit, Damian Priest last year at SummerSlam, and I'll end it with this. Last year at Survivor Series, I should say, Damian Priest fought Shinsuke. Remember that? In the pre-show, champion for championship. It was the champion versus champion, U.S. champion versus Intercontinental, when they did the Survivor Series last year, and they fought on a pre-show, and it ended in a DQ. But I got points, so I was happy. Anyway, all right, cool. So that is your WWE Backlash
WrestleMania.
WrestleMania Backlash preview.
A
thank
preview.
you.
Thank you.
So moving on to
Is it time?
Uh-oh.
is it that time?
Is it that time?
I think it is that time.
Was there anything from
Oh.
AEW anybody wanted to touch on?
I'll bring up
before
the
we,
Hookenhausen. They want to make him a team.
Stop
Hook
it.
is starting to get stale, and it's
Well, yeah, if you present him like the fucking like the bullshit he's been doing,
Yeah.
of course. Like when he was first coming out, just killing people the first few weeks, it was like all this steam and all this momentum, and then they just derailed him. They took him off TV. They haven't had him do shit. Now they got him on TV, peppering him in here and there with
this Danhausen
fucking
shit.
Danhausen.
That is so crazy. I feel.
Mom's calling me.
Oh, okay, pause.
All right, mute me.
Sorry, one sec.
We'll be right back. Right after a brief message.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom.
Oh, thank you.
Happy Mother's Day.
Hey, let me put you on speaker. Can you hear me?
I can.
Oh, okay,
Oh.
great.
She's coming in loud and clear.
Are you on your break?
I am. I got a few minutes left, and I wanted to quick call you.
Oh, aren't you the sweetest?
That's Mom.
I was here having a good morning.
Morning.
Yes.
Well, what are you guys doing?
Podcasting.
Oh, shit. I'm sorry.
How
Oh,
dare
you're
you.
fine. It's our Mother's Day edition, so you're good.
Yeah, exactly. So it's perfect that you're
Perfect that you called in.
Exactly. You're
Well,
live
Mom
call.
would interrupt. That's just what moms do.
No, definitely.
Like, I know you're doing something, but
But before you go, who do you think is going to win, Charlotte or Ronda?
what'd you say, Mom?
I said I love you all, and I'll see you later.
Oh,
All right.
Oh, well, okay. Well, you don't have
love
to hang up
you.
that
Love,
fast
love,
if you don't
love.
want to. But, you know.
Oh, I actually do, though. I only had a few minutes, so I wanted to catch you.
Oh, well, fine. Then go.
I know. I know.
But yes, we'll see you later. I love you.
Love you.
Love
bye.
you. Bye.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is.
What she doesn't know is that she thinks she's coming here, and really, we're going to
Over
her
there,
house.
yeah,
That's
definitely.
hilarious.
Dun, dun, dun.
We should have definitely got her intake and see if she thought Charlotte or Ronda was good.
Hilarious.
Yeah, she's like, Charlotte, I like Charlotte. You'd be like, oh, well, low enough.
All right. Anyway, so Danhausen and
Oh, yeah, Hookenhausen.
No.
So that's about it. I mean, AEW is pretty stale.
Dude, it's not good right now.
They're trying to build up this storyline with
There's too much going
TNT.
on, dude.
There's way too many
much
belts.
going on.
There's too many. There's the Ring
Too
of Honor
much.
championships, and there's. Oh, by the way, they did unify the Ring of Honor title this week on Dynamite for the women's.
Yep.
I will give shout out to that. That was a fucking good match.
Yeah.
Man, Mercedes Martinez, man. I know you're like 1,000 in wrestling years, but
She's-
you still got it, girl. You still got it. Like, you were doing some great moves. Peraza, of course, props to you. You brought it, but I'm glad you didn't win because you're kind of creeping on my POS list. But that's a different story for a different day.
Okay.
I think she's doing
Tessa
a lot
Blanchard.
better outside of NXT, though.
Who is
Mercedes.
Oh yes, yes, and I'm glad they got her away from freaking Britt and that whole. That
Yeah,
was
it
dragging
was just
her.
a way to bring her in, basically.
Right,
You know
that
what
was
I
her
mean?
foot in,
Yeah.
and then now she's going to come in. And you know what? She needed. I've always felt she was a world champion caliber, Mercedes Martinez,
Well, I mean, look at what she's done in the Indies. I mean, she's been around for a long
for
time.
a long time.
And
She's like
pretty
Serena.
damn established.
She's
and
like Serena
remind me,
Deeb.
is Ring of Honor on its own show?
It's about to.
I think maybe that's why we're feeling the way we're feeling because
It's too much.
he basically was like, okay, this is mine now, and he's like, they're gonna be on TV, haha. But in the meantime, he's been kind of pushing their shit on their
That
shows.
would make a lot more sense.
You know what
to-
I'm
to
saying?
Just get it that
Yeah.
visual representation.
Totally.
And then
So I
once
think
the show
that's-
starts.
Yeah, I think that's why we're getting what we're getting right now. And you're like, it's oversaturated, it's too much. But it's like, yeah, but he's also trying to keep Ring of Honor in the spotlight in the meantime.
Keep them irrelevant. Keep
Dude,
them
what
Yeah.
happens
in
if Ring
people's-
of Honor goes to Saturday nights on?
TBS or something. Or TNT.
I'm gonna cry because then I'm like, how many days of wrestling am I supposed to?
Yeah.
How much higher are you trying to
I
get?
can't do
Like,
it. I can't do it.
Like,
Well,
do we
it's
have
for
to
wrestling,
count
you
Ring
trying
of
to
Honor?
I
Like,
mean, if
goddamn.
they're gonna have their own show, eventually on TV, I mean, it's got to be on one day.
And I
And
totally.
I doubt they're gonna do it the same day as an AEW show. So.
Right, they're not
Yeah.
gonna go against each other. Let's compete. But I
Back
totally
to
forgot
back.
to mention. This is the last thing I wanted to mention for the AEW. It is official. Tony Khan is bringing the trios tag team championships. So there's
To the
gonna be-
AEW.
They
I was
officially
just
said
talking
that?
about that.
yeah.
I was just
Where'd
saying
that
that the
report
other
come
day
from?
because of this whole faction with
the
American.
BCC.
so they're
Blackpool
actually
Combat
doing it
Club.
though for real.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. He wants to do the Ring of Honor trios tag team
Wow.
titles. Remember how Ring of Honor had it?
or
They still, I
six
mean,
man.
they have
The
it.
six-man
Six-man
titles. Yeah, they have it. It's the trios. Called the trios title.
Yeah, it's
So
crazy. though.
AEW is going to bring it to their product.
Yep.
I was-
That and this is official
Yeah, it's official.
because I have not heard anything about
It
this.
was. I mean, like I said, I kind of went deep diving this week. That's how I got.
What's
into Ember Moon.
what's the source?
I gotta bring it all back up. We'll add some more information
Okay.
on there
because I'm Spectacle.
Okay, I will have more. I
You
will have
said
more.
spectacle.
Yeah. He definitely did. I just got that. You're spectacle or suspicious? That's suspicious.
Suspective.
That's you're
No, you're-
suspective.
Suspicious.
Suspective. He's suspective. I love it.
skeptical.
Skeptic
Is the
Skeptical.
word you're looking
shit.
for?
That's the word.
Spectacle.
I'm
skeptical.
skeptical.
I'm skeptious. Anyway.
I'm dyslexic with
I
words.
need glasses in
I
order
need-
to see the
I say-
vision for that storyline.
I say Durfnart for Christ's sake.
Durfnart.
Yeah.
Oh god. All right, so yeah, I'll bring that with more. I'll see if Pookie has any information.
Yeah,
for
there you
me.
go.
Sounds
Yeah.
great.
Let Pookie
Alright.
know.
All right, so
I
that's
think
it.
I think now
Now it's
it's time.
Dan.
Once again
for that MACKDOwn Fantasy. Woo, 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 woo!
Federation League.
MACKDOwn Fantasy Federation League. So we're going to go live to the board, and I'm going to give it to our 100% great host of
Your
the most.
reigning, defending,
The champ.
champion of the league.
Yeah.
Last place,
Mikey
me.
Mac. No, not last place.
For this week, yes, sir.
Oh, okay, for the week. Oh, yes. Wow.
Yep, I'm last this week, man.
Mr. B with that 1 point. It's always one, Mr. B. Mr. B's like one.
1 point that could go
Either way.
fucking way.
Turns the whole.
Give me the fucking first pick and still 15 points.
Yeah, you. Damn, Mr. B. You're still going to have the first pick like when we start this whole thing all over.
Well, I mean, Cody being back, I thought
Dude, Cody's
getting good points for
smoking
you.
mirrors, bro. He's getting good
he's
points.
got
Sammy
the most
Guevara's
points
killing
for
you.
me. Yeah,
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 Sammy
Sammy
Guevara.
is. That was a bad choice.
He ain't no Dolph Ziggler, but he's
I
definitely
probably
killing
should
you.
have
Shit.
kept the other Sammy
So
over.
bad.
Well, speaking of Dolph,
Well, speaking of- yeah,
that is
let's-
on your team, Mr. Mikey Mac.
Mr.
Do you
Mikey
remember?
Mac.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's got minus 10 for the quarter so
Oh,
far.
man. Well, let's go through these scores. I'm
All right,
curious.
okay, so last place, like I said, it's me with 14. Okay, so I'm dead last right now. And then Mr. B with 15 points in fourth place.
It's nice and warm back there, ain't it?
Nice
Yeah.
and warm back there.
And then we got Kimmy with 20 points in third place.
Hey.
We got AJ in second place with 24.
Yes.
And then Cam wins the week at 25.
Who?
EO.
So here's the deal. Kimmy, you actually had 17 points before this started, but AJ, in his glory, made sure you were accounted for.
Yeah, that definitely helps because I'm less far behind now at this point.
I know.
Yeah. So let's go
Let's
ahead
talk
and roll
about those,
into
yeah.
it. So last place we got Mr. B in fourth or fifth place with 75 points.
Hey.
And then I am in fourth place with 94 points. And then we got Cam with 102. Damn, the board just goes
101.
as followed. Or excuse me, 101. And then we got Kimmy with 112 in second place. And back in first place.
That's right, baby.
He's pulled ahead a little in the race. He got 115.
115, baby.
Dude,
So
3
it's-
point
it's 3
difference,
points.
3 point
Oh,
shift,
man,
3 point shift.
This is going to be a war.
That's
going
crazy.
in.
The board literally
Literally.
goes in the order of the scores.
That is crazy.
And then those overalls, man.
Did those get
overalls.
updated as well?
Yeah, those
Yeah,
overalls are
everything's
super
overall.
updated.
Man, mine. What?
Yeah, you're at 671
What?
for the overall.
How?
What do you mean how?
That sucks.
If you add up all four of your numbers, it should be 671.
I thought I was closer than that.
It could be wrong. I mean, you could add them all up and see if that's the case. Who's got the calculator?
It feels wrong, but it's probably right.
feels wrong.
It's possible. I mean, it's 100% possible.
All right, let's
There
see.
could have been a week that maybe didn't get updated. Who knows, man? Yeah, see,
Oh.
something got missed. That's why it's like that. That's why I said you can't trust that board every time.
Well, according to my calculations, it's way the fuck off.
Yeah.
No, that's why I just said.
How am I that far behind? That makes no fucking sense.
Hold on.
I feel cheated somehow.
Yeah, there's something.
71. Something's
Yeah. Because mine is 709.
Yeah, see, that can't be. Because we've been keeping track the whole time. That's why I said that board. Those scores are.
Oh fuck. Some shit happened. Some shit went
There's some
down.
shady shit going on right now.
So
That's why I got it written down in multiple places.
yeah. Okay, so we're gonna have to update this.
Yeah, we'll have to get back to you on the full
we-
total count.
We just got a MACKDOwn Fantasy Audible thrown on here. We got a flag
We're
on
gonna
the
have to
play.
get audited.
Yeah. Yep.
Well,
Once
you
we go
guys
through
are
the
here
audit
with me every
process.
week, so
I don't know what the fuck because I'm looking at it going.
you
what?
keep track though, like all.
Yeah.
your-
There's so many numbers
your
everywhere.
book there too. So
We'll have
That's
to
what I'm
we'll
saying.
figure it out.
Yeah. As of right now, though, if you wouldn't just go ahead and give
We
whatever
have to
numbers
check
are
those,
on there,
those numbers have been.
they're a little
updated.
miscued, but go ahead and give the totals.
No,
That's what I'm saying.
I think we're good on the totals. This
Oh, you
week.
want to keep the
Yeah,
total-
let's just until we get audited. I think it's a good idea.
We know the quarter totals are good because those
Yeah.
are the scores we've been keeping here. But those overalls,
Those are.
So
a
I said
little
it could
sketch.
have been possible that a week got missed or some shit or added or who knows?
Some
'Cause-
shit went down.
because last time it didn't add up either. All of a sudden,
You know what? I think for next season,
We need
We
to
need to
digital
invest
this.
into some digital
I've been
scorekeeping
looking at it. Yeah.
type situations because
At least
this
keep a
is a
spread- at
little
least-
sketch.
Well, you have it. You just haven't.
No,
been
it's
keeping
terrible
up
though.
with
The
it.
way that it works is not very.
It's not work.
It works, but it's very like for what we're trying to do and the duration and where it's a lot.
Well, that's why I said an Excel
It needs-
spreadsheet probably would be, if we could build like an Excel spreadsheet.
That'll
that
probably
would,
be
that
better.
would probably be the best way to do it, because then
Week
it'll
by week.
automatically keep
And then
track.
we can put it
We
up
just
there.
have to formulate all the cells and all the bullshit.
Formulating cells is hard. It's not, but
It's
it's
just
a bitch.
tedious.
It's
Yeah,
tedious.
it's-
It's just a fucking app. That'd be
I
so
know.
much better.
Why isn't there an
There's
app
an
for
app for
this?
everything.
There's not. I know, dude. I've looked at every like
Supposedly.
custom fantasy sport app that there is, and
Yeah.
it just doesn't really.
Well, yeah,
So
because
that means we gotta make
it's
it.
more based on football and basketball.
Well, and I don't know that we
hockey.
need to formulate cells. We could just
the numbers
keep
in.
track. Just be like week 1, week 2,
Yeah.
week whatever, and just not. You know what I mean? So that way nothing ever gets.
Well, because the
inadvertently
points are
fluctuated.
Per person,
Well, because
too,
cells
you know?
sometimes do when I'm working with them. Like I'll put numbers in and it's like converts shit into weird decimals, and I'm like, I don't want this.
That means somebody didn't format it right.
But that's what I'm saying. So in order
And
to
one format
No,
wrong,
we would have
could
to make
screw
it-
up the whole.
We'd have to make it easy. It would just have to be like an easy something where you plug in the number and boom, it just automatically puts it in the total score part.
All right.
You know what I mean?
It's so funny now though that we're getting that now that we're into quarter 4 and all that stuff. Like I'm getting so excited for next season.
Yeah. So
I'm getting
am I.
excited for
Yeah.
the rule changes.
Yeah.
I'm getting excited for a new fucking fresh start.
I know. I feel like
Oh,
I need to
goodness.
actually come up with like an actual rule book.
Oh hey, and are we doing keepers, or just
No, I
fucking
think
wipe it clean?
Wipe it clean. I think we should every season.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
I
a
think so,
new-
It's
too.
a full season. We should completely. I mean,
Wipe
we
it
can
clean.
we can do random draft order if you want. Even.
Well, I think Mr. B just kind of wins that whole.
I'm just saying,
pick.
because if we're starting a new season, we can
Oh, we
randomize
random-
it.
yeah, yeah, I mean-
or we
I'm
can
the fucking
keep
Cleveland
track.
Browns.
Because I think that then it makes it
Wow.
fresh. Because then it's
Yeah.
not like,
No, you're last.
yeah.
I was thinking that same thing. I was gonna pose that question. So did you guys want to randomize the draft order?
We
Since we've been
can.
doing the same format this whole year, just shake it the fuck up since everything's totally new.
Yeah, I mean, that's cool. Because most fantasy leagues do a random draft order anyway.
Cool. We'll just
So-
names in a bucket.
Yep.
I'm down, man.
We'll get
I
back
just
to
want-
you with who's going to go first.
I'm just happy to have my belt and my mini. That's all.
You don't have a belt right now, motherfucker. It's my belt.
Okay.
You got your mini that you've bought. But like we said, we got 12 more fucking weeks, y'all.
Yeah, I know.
Anything can happen in 12 weeks.
12. Damn.
12 weeks.
All right. Well,
Well, speaking of 12 weeks,
you are the worst at segues.
Dude, yeah, I don't think he knows what the word
What were you
segue
going to say
means.
after that? I'm curious.
let's take away to the last week of.
So
not
what does
what he
that
was
have
gonna
to
say.
do with what does that
I
have to
wasn't
do
gonna
with 12
say-
weeks?
I don't
Exactly.
know.
I love you
I
so
don't
much, but
know.
your segues are horrible.
Yeah, they are.
He's like segue. I don't know what that word means.
Speaking of
actually.
vitamins,
Speaking of soap.
let's talk about carpet.
The soap.
dude, yeah. Speaking of vitamins, I walked on this rug and it was so soft on my feet.
The fuck is that?
Literally,
Oh,
Exactly.
the fuck does that have to do with it? Is the question.
That's every segue AJ fucking puts out there. Speaking of soap, man, that disc golf course was rough.
Yeah. Like my soap, because it exfoliates. There you go. That's a good segue, because that has to do with the other thing.
Oh shit!
All
right.
All right, my dudes. I guess we
Let's
should get out of here.
into the big four. You guys want to do the takeaway of the week? Real
I'm
quick?
like,
Let's just get
let's
outta
get. I
here.
just totally forgot about the big four.
Yeah, all
honestly.
right. So my
Cut that shit out.
Well, we're all thinking about Mother's Day.
yeah,
Definitely.
we gotta hit the road here pretty soon.
All right, so my big four takeaway of the week is the fact that they Shayna Baszler. They call her that move that she does with the arm, the future endeavor stomp. And I told you it's because Nia did it to Nia, she gone. Did it to Eva Marie, she gone. So shout out to Pat McAfee.
Yeah, dude. God
For
damn,
that,
he's great.
that was the funniest shit I heard all week. The future endeavors. He said he's gonna hit her with the future endeavor stomp.
I love it.
That's it. There it is.
Yeah.
Anybody next?
Yeah, good. You
Yeah, go
talking?
for it.
Oh, you want me to do
Yeah,
it?
you're talking.
All right. So my takeaway of the week is hopefully Charlotte sends Ronda packing. I don't want to see Ronda on TV anymore. But I don't.
Per
think
her
that's gonna
contract.
Yeah, per her contract, your takeaway is not happening.
happen. Well, who knows? She left on when had another baby or had a baby.
Really? I thought your takeaway was going to be Lacey Evans related. But anyway.
Why?
Just please stop.
I don't want to even listen to one more word that she has to say.
That shit is cringy. I'm sorry.
I'm
to
no
just-
longer. It's like the first one was like, oh, good for you.
But I thought
Yeah.
it was just going to progress into like good news. You know, they just beat us down with. Damn.
Now you
and
just sound like that whiny bitch that posts every fucking problem you have on Facebook and like looking for sympathy.
Yeah, and you try to fake cry while you do it.
Ugh.
Also, like whenever they announced her, they're like, before we bring her out live,
Yeah, you
she
show
would like
respect.
you to show the respect. So it's like, is this like a swerve? Is this a? Is it like
she's
she's
gonna
gonna
go
be a
back
heel?
to the. Bro, see, at
Like
that
she's
point,
gonna use all that bullshit to just be like, oh, woe is me, ma, but then be like,
dude, I would at that point I'm standing and applauding because you know what, you needed to do something to make me like
yeah,
It's cringy.
it's cringy.
It is
bro.
cringy, dude.
Like anyway,
But yeah.
sorry.
yeah. I want to see. I don't want to see Rana no more.
So no more
Charlotte,
Rana.
please send her ass back, and that's what I would like.
All right, Kimmy, what you got?
So I'm just excited about the Seth and Cody match. That's my takeaway.
Nice.
I've been the build up to this has been really good. So
It is the pay-per-view. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
It's what the pay-per-view is kind of foundationed on.
Yeah.
Hopefully they don't start the show.
yeah. Whoa, no way.
No.
No fucking
If
way.
they
gotta
start
be
the show,
mid-
that's gonna kill the.
I hate when they do that shit
Just
because it
above
makes it
mid.
hard for people to follow.
You think it'll go on right before before Charlotte and Ronda?
It should be. It should be
maybe.
them and then Bloodline and then Charlotte.
No, here's the deal.
I put 'em
Bloodline
right
is
in the
main
middle.
event. Bloodline's main event, bro.
Probably. I mean, it
So-
shouldn't be, but it probably will be.
So then Shayna would be right underneath main event.
Shayna.
Sorry, Charlotte.
I
And
was
then
about to say where? What?
so then
Huh?
Cody and Seth have to be right in the middle of the show.
Yeah, I think they'll be right in the middle.
There you go.
All right, well, that's mine. I'm excited for that match.
That is also mine.
Oh.
I do like this match.
Been
Seth
waiting
and
for it.
Cody is pretty good, yeah.
Nice.
It's interesting how quickly I've become accustomed to Cody being in WWE.
Yeah,
It's almost like you never left.
right.
It's weird.
Yeah.
It's like putting on a
But
pair of
it's like
shoes
he
that.
did leave though.
For years.
But that's what I'm saying though, because the Stardust thing was, you know.
Yeah.
But
I just feel so different
It's like-
still about it.
you feeling different about it?
Well, he started a company. He was part of starting a company.
to
And
bring
now-
down.
Yeah, and now and then all the stuff he did at pay-per-views before his matches, you know, like the sledge into the throne.
Oh yeah.
You know, and now he's back in this company again, and I don't know.
He's trying to build the family legacy.
He's
and I
a
think
great
it's
guy.
working.
Yeah, he's a great guy. And
Do you think any of that'll ever work? Come back and haunt him?
No.
I mean, I guess it depends on his approach,
I
right?
mean,
So far, he's doing it right.
I think it depends more on WWE's approach with it. Really.
I agree with that.
And they are a bubble. They don't get They don't.
No,
Some
Vince
people
is
get
a
special
bubble.
treatment,
Yeah,
though.
but
Brock
Vince is a
Lesnar,
bubble.
for example.
Yeah, Vince is a bubble. The company's not a bubble. Vince is the real bubble.
Yeah.
And
So if you're like in with the boss,
Right.
you might get some special treatment.
right, but I'm saying the whole thing of how the Miz corrected him and everything like that, like they're fucking with him because they know
Hilarious though. That was again great psychology.
definitely,
Yep.
definitely. All right,
Because Miz is a WWE guy.
Exactly. So it just makes sense that he's out there going
superstar.
superstar
It's not a belt.
Title.
title. That was the best. I loved it. It added a little. The Miz is the comic relief.
Yes,
Does that make sense?
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like he's legitimate and stuff, but he's also like really good at pushing buttons. And
He's like the Riddler or the Joker. Well, no, I make him
he's,
Riddler.
He's a side character.
Yeah, he is. Yep. There
But
you
he's
go.
a main villain.
But he's a main.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
He can have his own episode.
He's the main villain that just keeps getting screwed over.
Right.
Like his plans just never quite.
Like Wiley? Wiley Coyote?
Oh, he's Wile E. Coyote. Cute. Meep meep.
Me.
So now I think we should probably end
Yeah.
So
this.
let's meet our way as
Well, with that being said,
That's a segue, my dude. Good fucking job.
it just
He did it.
I learned.
All right.
Well, thank you so much for everybody here at the MACKDOWN Podcast. I'm AJ. It's Mr. Mac D.
me.
It's Kimmy.
Yep.
And then Mr. B.
Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day. And we'll see you next time right here on the MACKDOWN Podcast. I'm hungry.